On the left,
Ah.
Chinese D and Brennan. In the middle, Chinese Hindu Man. And on the right, Chinese Mamacita.
There we go. Look at him. I love Chinese Hindu Man. Shout out to Chinese Hindu Man. Respecting the bow tie. And Chinese DM once again looking suave and debonair as always before this game begins for Game 3. As this is DID versus DB. The winners go to Worlds. In Bacchus we trust.
So, DB is my team. Y'all heard it. Y'all know how I feel. Imagine how the players feel right now. First pick Hercules goes to DID. DB, they have to recover. They have to make sure they don't go on tilt.
Let's go back into this game right now. Hercules got through picks and bans. They banned Mikasa's Apollo. They don't want to deal with Apollo anymore.
Yeah.
Right? They don't want to deal with Apollo anymore. Hercules is insta-banned first picked. First pick, guys. First pick Hercules. And this will be played by Mikasa.
Okay, Rama and Odin. Fine picks. Sure.
Fine standard lineup. That worked out fine in the last game.
See, this is a rebroadcast. I know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna try and put in as much emotion as I can.
I'll do this because I'll do this exactly how I did last time. So Ymir's going to be having over again. That could go into the support for DID, or it could go in the jungle. They played it in the jungle last game, so it's quite likely they'll go for that one again, potentially. But they don't have to. Bacchus the God is still available, but so is Vulcan. There's the Vulcan lock-in for DID. And Ymir, like we said, it could be jungle, could be support. We're not sure yet.
Vulcan, probably in the mid lane, played very well last game by DID's mid laner. Lonely now has the pick. What's he gonna go to?
That's the question. There's a lot of things available to him right now. But what do they choose in this situation?
Yeah, I remember I was in Raleigh Airport during this pick and ban phase.
Okay.
And on my phone, I was getting a message from Darren who was telling me what was happening.
Well, they're taking a long time about it.
Agni covered on.
Respectable. Agni pick up for the mid lane. Not bad.
Sure.
Not the best lane against Vulcan, but, you know, after the laning phase, Agni comes online a little bit better than Vulcan. Vulcan's hard to confirm the damage, mechanically more difficult. And Agni has a lot of burst potential available to him as well. And it will deal with people like Ymir who are slow moving.
It will.
So,
yep.
I'm down with this. I'm down with the Agni pick.
Counterband's coming out. Who's it gonna be? Probably a hunter. Love to see the counterband on Ull. That would make sense. It's nobody.
They chose not to ban. Okay.
Alright.
But they take out Chuck.
Yeah, shock ban. Definitely good.
Take
something away from a Bing, and he has been relying very heavily on that shock.
It's up to Reborn now.
Yeah, what's he gonna pick?
They still need a jungler. Like, they're going to be taking Vigran on the Odin again. They still need a jungler. They still need a solo laner. Yeah. And so, you know, the world is their oyster, so to speak, in terms of what they could pick in these roles. Jungle Humbads is available. They could go with Thor here. That's available to them in the jungle right now. What would they
7
choose
seconds.
is the question.
Thor.
Taking a long time about. It's going to be Thor, okay.
Not bad. Yeah. I mean, it has been played very well by Myth, so he's comfortable on that pick. That looks good.
You probably with this composition, you probably want some magical in this solo lane now. You've got front line with Thor and Odin. You want some magical to back up this Agni, yeah?
Right, and these are comfort picks, right? This is like Lonely's ROM is great. Vigran is great on Odin. We haven't seen it, but trust me, Reborn is fantastic on Agni. Myth is great on Thor. Geb hovered on. Ymir's going to be in the jungle. Ull, yet again, not really sure why it wasn't banned, but whatever. Last pick, 33 seconds. What
Just
will round out their composition? Kronos.
Kronos, wow.
Not too bad. Yeah, great pusher.
Some Kronos.
Very hard to deal with for Hercules. You know, Hercules is easily kited by Kronos. Rewind can definitely keep you alive. Yeah.
They need magic damage as well, so yeah.
You can often rewind on landing from Hercules' Earthbreaker, right? So you rewind and that's Anubis.
I'm sorry, I tried to keep it in so long and it's laugh.
It's going solo.
Into Hercules.
And a Big hasn't played that before.
Has he not played it before?
I have never seen him play Anubis solo.
Well, you have now, because we're going into this game. 5 seconds till the countdown of the lock-in begins. And we'll see how this one plays. I mean, if it was against a Ra or something, I'd be down. You know?
Anubis is legitimately a counterpick to Ra. Sausage and NQ would use it to great effect when Ra is very strong. You pick Anubis, Ra's in lane, but you outclear him, and then you hit level 5, and you wrap Ra, and you ult him, and Ra's like, yeah, well, just heal, and then you kill him anyway.
I mean, to be fair, the burst damage that Goobis can put out in a full combo could kill Hercules.
Yeah, it could. The problem is, you won't be able to clear.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult to try and do that. That's the issue. You'd have to do the full combo onto the Hercules. But now we're going to go into this game, and we're going to get to see the reason Hercules appeared. Because we saw Western Europe start to take it up. Sorry, Western world start to take it up, especially in North America, where the teams of Cognitive Prime and Cognitive... what's the other one? I forgot the name. Red. Oh yeah, those guys. Those red guys. I forgot about those ones. Started to play Hercules a lot more. Cog Red, some kiddos who
stole it from China.
Yep, stole it from China, and we'll see what they stole from China. DM will try and claim it was him, but really we all know it was the Chinese that...
DM got his meditation from China, dude.
It's true, it's confirmed. It's confirmed, we'll see it. We'll see Mikasa in this game. Mikasa, one of these guys that can play pretty much any god, it seems, because we saw him on Apollo, and now he's going to transition to solo on his Hercules. See how this works out for him. But Geb, now, I discussed this with you when the Geb pick came through. I was like, why don't they... I wasn't sure if they had Geb available to them or not, but they did, and you were like, they just don't like it. What don't they like about
it? Geb is real bad at fighting early, and Chinese teams like to fight early. It's kind of their thing. I mean, the shield's definitely great, but they value frontline power, they value tankiness and survival on those characters, and Geb does not do that. That's not his thing. He makes other people tanky, and China, at the time, did not value Geb. Now he's been nerfed, so they probably still don't value him, but, yeah, and also, Odin is pretty good against Geb. Odin, one of the strongest supports in the Chinese meta.
That's true, so, Geb going to be... I mean, the lane matchup of Geb and Ul up against Odin and Rama. It should definitely go in Odin and Rama's favour. Geb's not the greatest at wave clear, in all honesty. Geb can prevent some of the bird bomb damage if Masalu does get hit by that from Odin, but other than that, the lane should be pushed in by Odin and Rama early on. Agni versus Vulcan mid should go in Vulcan's favour early, correct?
I think Agni, honestly.
Like, sure?
If he doesn't get poked too much, then he could survive. Like, if he doesn't get poked too much, then he's just gonna outclear Vulcan, I think.
There's Lonely again on the left, just get himself comfortable, prepared for this. His snipes were hype last game, so let's see if he can pull off some more this time round as well.
Look at Myth and Vigran, bought hats from Brad.
They bought hats from Brad to make sure they were perfectly suited and booted, ready for this one. The jacket's on the back as well. And across the way, DID, the underdogs coming into this one, and after last game.
Serious underdogs.
Like, they were serious underdogs, but they put in a performance last game worthy to write home about, and now they go into this game 3 with a chance of still going to Worlds. We're now into the game underway. Let's see what they pick and buy at the start of this one and see if there's anything crazy shenanigans going on. Heavy Hammer Hercules.
Heavy Hammer Herc solo, dude. It's the truth.
Heavy Hammer Hercules. Don't forget, guys, this was the patch, obviously, after Heavy Hammer was nerfed to 1350 gold, so he doesn't have Hog available, just 2 wards and it's 1 ward and 2 health potions. Heavy Hammer Hercules against Goobis. Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
Don't even say my name, dude.
Oh, crap. Oh,
dude,
crap.
I can't.
Oh, crap. I love this grouping coming out from DID early on, though. They've got such a great level 1 fight, in all honesty. Ymir, Gab with a knocker as well, Driving Strike or an Earthbreaker. They've got an axe to the face. They've also got Vulcan Bomb or Backfire. The potential for a pick is amazing here. The question is, will they find one?
Yes.
You sure? No, that's Odin.
No, I remember this. I feel like I remember this.
The blink was overshot. The freeze was good, but nobody followed up.
Oh, man, what a good wall. What a good wall!
God.
My man Myth.
The myth, the legend, saves the life of the Odin.
Yeah, but now his jungle clear is awful. And that's a problem. I mean, he's with Anubis, so his jungle clear can't be that bad, but...
He's going to be level 2. He's going to be in lane. He's going to be level 2 as well, so...
He's going to be in lane.
Like, Speed Blue. Yeah, but
and if he gets invaded, he's in trouble.
I don't think it'll be that late. As long as Anubis doesn't use his 3 on speed. Okay, he's just going to do blue instead. They're just going to... Oh, they're going to get invaded as well. Look at Herc. Oh yeah, I thought he was going to come around for the invasion. They're just going to start blue, play the safe option because he's only got wall, I guess. Just make sure they can secure that one. And the invasion, a possibility of a Ymir Hercules sounds disgusting, and that's what they're trying to do as well right now. So they're going to go to lane fast, but the thing is, what do Hercules and Ymir do? They know they're not there now. Do they come to lane? They
yeah,
are
I think
coming
they just
to lane.
come to lane. So they tried to take advantage of that wall.
But they should
Good
know
job from DB.
They had a ward.
Oh, double driving strike. Freeze not quite going to connect on the Anubis somehow, but he is just too slow and will fall. Anubis, one of the slowest characters in the game, giving up first blood at the 40-second mark. 0-1.
Hercules. First blood. Heavy hammer. Yep. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. The worst thing is, there's not a lot of Thorkel doing that. He did the wall, and that's all he got. Earthbreaker does not find his marker, unfortunately. So he's just going to go back to farm on the left-hand side. As expected, Burr Bomb Rama combo will push this lane in. But Master Lee's did a good job of keeping it even, to be fair, for the time being. Not being too pushed into tower, now going to back away. Nice roll in coming out from Lonely there, just to try and put the pressure. Oh, the axe, though! The axe. And now they're going to invade the speed buff because they know it's not done, a DID, and put the pressure on even further.
Well, yeah, that invade is gonna take speed buff away from Myth. He throws his hammer, and that puts him at serious risk. Man, my heart was fluttering all throughout this game from what I watched. I think I stopped watching about here.
Oh, there's an Anubis. There was an Anubis. Oh, he's gonna live! He's gonna live there, get wounds kicked in enough, and the Ymir's gonna be there to protect him. Ow. So, Mikasa. Mikasa Sukasa Herculesa. What have we learned about Mikasa today? He can play Apollo, and he'll split push for
And
days.
he can play Hades, and he can play Hercules.
And he can play Hercules. We've not seen the Hades yet.
Oh, he can play it. But... His Hades is dope.
Okay, cool. Well, hopefully we get to see that at some point in the future, but I mean, his Hercules... Yeah. He's gone back to base and has rank 2 boots already, 2-0 in this game, level 5 already. He's going to walk back into lane. Agubis is level 3 in this lane right now. And that's the only lane that's at a deficit realistically just now. Jungler's a little bit behind though in fairness as well, but that was generally down to the start of the game. And the fact he's not been able to farm as much in this right-hand lane because he's been trying to help out as much.
Yeah, well, Reborn picking up his red buff. Myth recalling a little bit early, level 4, so is behind his opponent a little bit, Ymir.
Bless chat. Someone in chat said, crap, sorry you have to do this.
Yeah, I know, man.
He does have to do this, guys, because it's for your entertainment and mine.
Oh yeah, he's loving this, dude.
It's because I've already seen the games, he's already seen the games, and we both get to sit here and I get to talk about the game and go, so crap, how'd it go?
Well, you know, could have been better.
So. As you can see, the charts there, experiences on the left, so it's 1600 experience lead for DID, gold lead of 1000 as well for DID at this stage of the game. Harpies to be consistent. Gem's going to roll in on the left-hand side, not going to find anything on that Lonely though. So, just going to back out for now. You can see the pressure. Master Lu's did a really good job with the help of Gem actually pushing up against this Odin and Rama, which is quite surprising. Like, that wave play shouldn't be this effective just yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's just using the shockwave with the bladed arrow well, and Odin's wave clear, while quite good, I mean, it's a little similar to Hercules. When you wave clear, you use your ability to be a threat. Ymir lurking in the jungle on the right-hand side does have Blink available.
I wonder who he's going for.
Well, Anubis is playing very far back under tower. There's no way he'll die if he plays so defensive.
No, you just got to sit under the tower, play very, very passively, not get picked off by the Earthbreaker, and he should be okay. Ymir's going to rotate mid, though. Agony needs to watch himself there. Thor's around the area as well. They have a ward down near Anubis' blue buff as well, so you can see if Ymir does rotate in there. And now they're going to take down his blue buff here for himself as well. So Anubis getting blue, he's getting himself back into the game to an extent as well. He's got boots online, looking for the mobility to avoid the Earthbreakers. Also has beads, which he had at the start of the game, just in case he got picked, which didn't save him then, unfortunately, just because of the heavy hammer. And so he's having a rough time of things right now.
He is level 7. Is your boy a big now, the Anubis player. Lonely getting a little bit low on health, will be able to pick up his blue buff, and gonna take one more wave before he recalls. Has gotten a little bit low on mana in lane.
He should be okay though. We'll move Odin there as well. Clear one more wave before he has to go back to base. He should be looking at about having enough gold for his Devour's Gauntlets as well. So after that wave, about the right sort of time for Devour's Gauntlets to be available. And Anubis doing the right thing now in this lane, just sitting under the tower. Like, no, I will not move. I will wait for the minions to come to me.
What he has to do.
Pretty much. And Hercules is going to ward up, make sure he's got vision of the potential of Thor coming in. No, he's not actually warding. He's coming around the back. Anubis has stepped out. He's not seen, so it's too late. Oh, the laser beam of death connects, but the mitigate wounds was popped early before that, so he's just going to regen that all back up again.
Well, not all of it. Some of it,
it's not late game Herc. Yeah, that's true. It's not late game Herc. Yeah. I think this was still when Herc did have the 110% healing, was it not?
120, I think it was. But yeah, I mean...
I think it was before the patch 90% was the max. But now it's a 3-man rotation. Holy, really goon squad onto this poor Anubis. There's a wall. The boulder's double tap. He double tapped with a boulder.
0-3.
3-0 in terms of Mikasa now on the. That was goon squad. Like, that was just rude.
It was, and it's just sort of like, how did they get there without anyone doing anything? Is the more serious question.
And now back up as well, and you can see them in a good position to contest. His Odin is trying to deal his best. Thor gets some good pressure onto you. Odin gets a good pressure onto Ymir, but Ymir still standing for now. The Harpies go to him as well, and he's going to get out of this one unless Thor can make something happen here. Is he going to find the dunk down? He is, and he's going to take out Ymir. The dunking from the Vulcan up. Cataclysm was good from Geb to try and force a disengage. And Odin's got no mana now, and here comes Herc.
Yeah, with that heavy hammer, there's just no way out. Will die, Mikasa now 4-0. Looking to hard carry his team. Myth on the left-hand side, able to get those Harpies though, so that's good.
Yeah, he keeps his ball rolling, so to speak, in terms of experiencing gold. They're not too far behind yet. I mean, it's less than 1,000 gold right now. But after this minion wave, it'll probably be a little bit more. But Mikasa already has Warrior Tabby finished, going back to base to buy. But let's see what he goes and picks up here in this one. He's gonna be picking up... I'm not sure. What's he going for? Blink. Max rank Blink. Full 900 gold spent on the Blink there, and straight back to lane. That's an issue for this Goobis. Because if he gets blinked up behind, you're going to have a bad time.
Increases the threatening range of Hercules. Level 9 Anubis. He's got beads, but they're only rank 1.
What, has he got teleport as well there?
I think it's Blink.
Oh, he got Blink. Oh, yeah, sorry. I couldn't see it. I was like, not sure. So, hobbies are down. Godfrey is still a threat. 2,500 experience lead for DID. 1,000 gold lead for them right now. So, nothing too much to write home about just yet. The only thing is, going into this, they need to make sure they shut down Mikasa on this Hercules, because he's going to be a big threat if they let him keep snowballing like this.
Yeah, well, on the right-hand side... Oh no. Hey! Nice ult, though. That was good.
That was the best ult of the game that I saw coming out from the Anubis. He knew he was going to get froze, so he ulted in response, but now Myth trying to help him out ends up getting hurt up, and now with Ymir being there, that's going to force the ultimate as well. The burst damage was good, but it's not enough to kill him. Or is it? I thought Herc was going to go for the boulder.
Worth a shot, but he
I would have
doesn't
thrown
take
that boulder.
It. Look at how far up Anubis is. Oh, man. Alright,
but
able
you know
to
what he
sneak
was
around.
doing? He was juke boots. He was like, yeah, what's up, we'll go ring around the rosy.
Yeah. Oh,
Blink.
the Blink,
though. The Blink, though.
Vigran, very low on health in the middle lane. Up in the air is lonely. Vigran staying alive for a little bit. Oh, he's going to get out.
He is going to get out. Now, Ymir might pay the ultimate price as well. But Hercules is here once again. Goobis is trying to help out if he can. But there's not a whole lot Goobis can do here when he's behind in this situation against this Hercules, who's a real threat. Great from Master Lu again with those axes. They're on pawn again.
Lu. What a killer.
Okay, he's waiting. He was actually waiting for Lonely to come around there as well.
There's the teleport Hercules, teleport Blink.
Rank 2 teleport right now online already. So he's investing this into his actives earlier on. This advantage is built up. So keep an eye on him, because the cooldown relatively long on that teleport at the moment, but he'll be able to teleport towards soon after. And he's basically got free farm in this lane right now. Like, there's nothing Goobis can do.
Oh yeah, there's very little, and he is up a lot of gold. Vigran caught out.
Vagrant does get himself out of a lot of situations well, but then sometimes that leap is one just got himself caught out again.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like is this is something that we see out of Fnatic, what we used to see out of Fnatic in EU, of this double support composition, Ymir Geb. You know, we saw a lot of Ymir played up by Frostiak for Fnatic, and it worked out great for them because they ran on almost double support composition. So what I'm seeing from DID, looking at this from a standpoint, is that we saw double hunters and we've seen double supports. They're not scared of running something slightly unorthodox, but it is still technically viable.
Oh, Myth in so much trouble. Very low. Will fall to Master Lu. Lonely taken down by the boulder as Mikasa actually rotates in using the old-fashioned way. Reborn going down as well. Anubis is here, but he can't deal with the Hercules.
We need... No, he's not right now. There's nothing he can do. But he's going to be able to wave claim mid and defend that for now. Gold Fury does go down. Gold Lead is in favour of DID right now. Midas boots online for both the support. Sovereignty being worked on by Geb already, as he's just gone back to base for that. Once again, we see this Ymir going for full cooldown reduction in the jungle. So he's gone for Breastplate of Valor and Shoes of Focus. Shoes of Focus finished, Breastplate of Valor still being worked on right now. So he's just maxing that cooldown reduction as much as possible.
So many walls, so many freezes. It would be very good just to control the opposition. 11 minutes in, 8-2 with a 3,000 gold difference. Things are not looking good for Team DB. Anubis 0-3.
Anubis 0-3, but I mean he's had a hard lane, but he's not continued to feed. That's the important part. He's still kept his tower up as well. He's still getting his blue buff, and he's trying to stay out of combat as much as possible. I mean, he got blinked on by the Hercules, and then immediately turned it around and blinked himself in response, so that was good. So it's not all bad.
No, could be worse. Well, just a little bit of a lull as the Gold Fury is down, and it's sort of waiting for the next gank. Reborn, not really that vulnerable thanks to his Agni-ness and his ability to dash. But a good wall from Ymir can change that. Ooh, Master Lu.
Ooh, Master Lu. That's what I'm talking about.
Pretty much
Master
a solo kill.
Lu. Told you, Master Lu's one to watch going into this, along with Mikasa. Those two, they do stand out. I feel like the Vulcan player in the mid lane, he seems very safe. He seems to take a long time to get line, but plays very supportive. The jungler, very supportive again. But it all seems to come to Master Lu and Mikasa, who seem to be the backbone of this DID team, in all fairness.
Yeah, which is interesting because he used to be one of the weaker players on the roster, but just got good so fast.
Well, Midcap's going to spawn soon because the Vulcan dropping the turret there as well. Right-hand Harpy's up soon after. Hercules in a position to come and take these ones down with Geb as well. The whole team of DID realise they've got an advantage right now, and they're starting to group up and try to abuse this and see if they can catch somebody out of position. Well, Thor needs to watch himself. Oh, that wall was close. Not close enough, though.
Master Lu getting aggressive on the middle lane, getting that tower. Ooh, blink in from Ymir. Now caught a little bit out of position, but he's not taking too much damage. Thor comes down, getting the 7-10 split. Master Lu stuck under tower. No, not for long enough. The boulder coming through, and it's going to bounce, but not perfectly. Vagran and Reborn so low. Missing the hail of arrows, but here comes your boy Abing, gets the kill. Yeah, up in the air is Rom, looking for Geb, does not find him.
See, that's why you pick Goobis. Laser beams of death confirmed. Master Lu annihilated. Tier 1 tower does fall though for DID. In favour of DID, sorry, so that's making it 9-3. Goal lead of 3,000. But it's not all doom and gloom for DB. They did manage to take down Master Lu, who got the solo kill. He was 4-0-1 then. And so that pickup by Anubis did help them out. And he's already sort of that tower in the right hand lane, so it's not been the worst. It's not been that bad, Krat. There's still hope.
Not been that bad. Nope. There is hope, and a kill on Anubis. It's still down like about 4,000 gold between DID and DB right now. 15 minutes in, so definitely in the mid game, and things are getting pretty difficult for DB. Even though they did win those fights, I mean that was just punishing over aggression, and it wasn't even a perfect punish.
Red pot Herc.
Yeah.
That's aggression.
They want to get the next Gold Fury.
I guess it's for the Gold Fury because at the moment they're all grouping around the right of things. Like, they can't go for a fast 5-gen here. It's too early in the game to really risk it.
No,
they don't have the damage potential for sure. But he's got Red Pot available to him. It almost feels like Mikasa in this game was like, I'm going to build actives, and then I'm not going to build any more items, I'm just going to build some pots. That sounds good.
I mean, does Herc really need items?
No, just anything but meditation, and I'm happy, so... That's how I roll, personally.
Oh man,
Big freeze in mid again. The wall going to try and deny my escape route, but he does manage to leap over that because that's what Odin does. But now, with the Grand being so low, that is the potential for this Gold Fury to be started by them. They're in position for it. They're actually trying to find a pick still. You can see how confident DID are playing and how China.DB have kind of been lackluster. That last game has really brutalized their confidence. You can feel it in the play.
Mikasa has drank his red pot, so for the next 4 or 5 minutes, he's gonna have that extra bit of magic power teleporting in. Yep.
There we go.
And Myth goes in, but who's there to help him? Vagran very low on health, and Ymir just barely not able to that kill. It will go to the Vulcan. Reborn in a lot of trouble, taken down.
Strike.
Yeah,
that
is not easy.
No, it's not easy. He blinked 180 driving strikes into the wall as well. That was not the easiest thing in the world to do. Even if you are a really good player, that's kind of difficult. You gotta have to be really quick. But the blink coming out from Anubis to escape was pretty good himself. The Bean's gonna buy himself some time. He's laser beating with death at Geb. Geb's gonna fall to Lonely, but Master Lu brings down the ultimate presence to Goobis. Got to continue chasing on to Lonely. Gold Fury's still alive though. Bit of a misplay from DID. They're looking for kills. Thor juking around. The meatball a little bit too deep. The beads preemptive. Going to reset the cooldowns for the wall again. Should have hammer soon. Meatball going to connect as his backfire. They're still chasing for the kill. Axes him a question. No, he does not. Master Loomis. But the blink available again for Herc. And Mikasa goes unstoppable. 7-0. 7-0, Kret. Hercules the god.
Hercules the god.
The god.
The god.
He's pretty balanced.
It's 7-0 going into the on-sea so he's going to need to get 60 stacks to stack that up fully. Ooh, there's another 7-10 split into the Ymir Ultimate Vagran forced to jump away, and that is an easy reset on the
reset
Fury.
Oh, no,
he's not. He wants it.
He kept hold of it. That's really smart of him. If he can keep hold of the shield comes out as well. Oh, but Geb didn't get aggro onto the Gold Fury, so he does reset. Now they're chasing for kills again. And this is where the crazy shenanigans of China kind of come out as they all continue trying to fight all the time. DB don't want to give up the Gold Fury, and DID just want to kill them all before they do the Gold Fury again. You can see that with Herc and Vulcan running around looking for a pick.
Gold Fury likely down. Thor up in the air, but... Oh!
Is he going to go in? They reset it. That was a random reset. I'm not sure why they chose to do that. Playing it overly safe, I think, at DID. But now that all's on cooldown, they can start it up again without the fear of the Thor coming in, crashing down, causing an issue. Blinking from Ymir, immediately Odin jumps one way and Agni jumps the other. Thor just dump him with the wall to reset the Gold Fury and jumps out again. Laser beams of death do hit Vulcan, but the boulder is going to hit onto Goobis' head, and there's half his HP. It also rolls through and hits on the backside onto that Thor, so Thor's weakened as well. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Goobis does go down, and it looks like Agni's going to fall too.
Yeah, Vagran running around in the cage. He's trying to kill Mikasa, but he can't. Doesn't have enough damage, and so he's going to get taken down by the driving strike. Master Lu getting the kill. Gold Fury will now go to DID. Took them a while, but they got it.
I think that's the one thing we need to see from China going into Worlds, I think, right, is that they need to make sure they take these objectives when they can and stop looking for the full wipe before taking the objective.
What they were doing there was they were trying to force the fight.
Yeah, I agree. I can see that. But then, like, the Thor coming in, they should have let Thor come in and just killed him. They should have fought then. If they wanted to fight, they had the opportunity to, instead of resetting the Gold Fury.
Well, but I think it was also fine to just back off and be like, alright, waste your Thor ult.
I guess it makes sense on both
plays are fine.
It makes sense, but I mean, they're far enough ahead, not in terms of gold, but experience-wise, is where the key factor is there. The gold's only 5.5k. It feels like a lot at 20 minutes in, but that can swing back and forth in one big team fight, plus a tower, so...
Well...
But Ancile is online, and you can see the Chinese people are talking about Ancile as well, so we should talk about it too, Craig, because we don't see it that often. But it gives you cooldown reduction, it gives you magic resistance, and it gives you physical power. Three lovely things. Most gods want.
Right, the problem is you have to stack it. It takes all 60 stacks to be useful, as Mikasa is killing Anubis.
Oh, laser beams! Laser beams! Not good enough laser beams. Boulder beams!
Oh, they're good
Boulder
enough.
beams are good enough.
The boulder beams are good enough. The problem with Ancile is, unlike Book of Thoth doesn't really need the stacks, right? Like, they give you 22 magic power, and you get most of it just from the passive itself. Ancile needs the stacks to be useful, and it's not really an item that you want to buy first. You don't really want to start your build with it.
Well, you can't start your build with it. You can't rush it either. The reason you can't rush it is because you don't have anything in lane to deal with the creeps. Is a big factor as a warrior. You'll take a lot of poke from those minions, and you're not very, very squishy up against them. I have tried this out myself and learned by experience. It's not a good idea to try and rush on Seeley, because archer minions will wreck you alone, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tanky item that doesn't make you tanky against the stuff that's killing you, which in the early game is generally the minions more than anything. And it's also just like, here's the real thing. Which bruisers rely on attack power? Like, physical power. Not basic attacks, physical power. Because it's really, there's Chin's bruisers, and there's ability bruisers, and there's Vamana.
That's true. Then there's
and Vamana doesn't need the physical power. He gets crit, but he uses his ultimate for the physical power. So, like, who actually would buy that item and need the physical power?
But for the fact that you get physical power thrown in, for the fact you're building defense as well as cooldown reduction, it's not the worst item in the world.
Nah, if it had penetration, though, it would be godlike.
That's true.
Instead of physical power.
That's true. That'd probably be a bit too OP.
Right, it's just sort of that bruisers don't really scale with power, they scale with pen.
Well, he's building the Ancile. It looks like it's near enough stacked up, I think, on my screen anyway. I think I'm reading that right. It looks like it's getting closer. At least. Maybe I'm just misreading the number on the screen right now, as it's lit up in a really weird... Teleport in, though. He's going to teleport into this fight, and where's he going to look for? No. I thought he was teleporting into a fight, and we get the camera cut to watch him go farm some more.
They thought he was teleporting into a fight, too, dude. They're like, yeah, he's going in. Thor thought as well. He just used his ultimate, but is just going to end up using it to rotate and farm.
That worked out really well for Mikasa then. Like, that bait the cameraman, bait the Thor, bait everybody apart from himself, and pick up some farm. Worked out well, because, yeah, he got a 3 Thor ult for nothing. It's a shame his team doesn't realise it yet, but I don't think he cares. He blinks in, driving strike, going for it, but great beads from Lonely prevents the driving strike connecting. The Vulcan ult does hit him though, and great zoning potential from Mikasa coming out. Meanwhile on the backside though, Anubis does manage to solo kill the Ymir, but they take the tier 2 tower, and now they're pushing on mid lane at 22 minutes in. This is a lot earlier aggression we can see coming out from the side of DID. Watch out for Anubis, he's on the backside though. Combat blinking away from that fight, because he feels like he was going to get picked on immediately.
Yeah, I mean, he got some good damage off. It's just not enough to kill Master Lewis. Anubis doesn't have too much damage in his build just yet. But soon enough, he'll be forced to be reckoned with if DB can just get there, as they are still very far behind.
Once again, I like these mid lane wards, so you can see one placed down by China.DB. There's another one further back here. You follow Vulcan there by DID. These wards, they look unusual. But when you think about it, the only time you ever get vision of people in those lanes is when minions are nearby, or a friendly teammate. So if you don't have minions nearby, or a friendly teammate, how do you know which way they're going to choose to go in terms of pathing? You can spot people out as Thor, so you can actually see who you're dunking onto, which I like these wards because it gives vision of where they're heading to, as well as allows your team to try and aggress when you've not got minions or someone close by. It's a nice little addition that we're already starting to see already over the western side being picked up as well.
Man, those, the ward coverage is extensive and really, really good. I mean, these are land wards, right? Like, when you're at land, you just ward more.
Ward everything, save the day, do your best, and try and keep the damage away. Blue buff going to be taken down by Mikasa on the backside again. He's 7-0-6 now. So he was 7-0-1 at one point, and now he's been an assist monster for his team. And all those kills have actually gone over to Master Lu, that he hasn't got, basically.
Yeah, and that's really big. Master Lu, the secondary character. Ooh.
Oh, this is annihilation. Like.
Well, alright, so here's the thing. Anubis against Ymir, right? Once Ymir's in combat, he can't blink away from you. He's not tanky enough to live through your combo.
You freeze him.
Mobile enough either. No, but if you blink, well, he doesn't have blink actually.
Blink.
It doesn't have regular blink.
Mummify. Yeah, Mummify. I guess blink, Mummify. is enough to... I mean, getting hit by the mummifiers, you're kind of dead, so...
Yeah, exactly. Once you're mummified, you're pretty much dead if Anubis has any positioning at all on you, and it's just sort of staying alive, not getting snuck up on.
Ooh!
And so, ward coverage.
Geb just stole away those harpies.
Sneaky.
Nice little play from Geb. Just with that nice little shockwave. Thor's off, split pushing to the right-hand side. They're trying to make something happen to DB. Hold on to this one, but Fire Giant looks like it's the opportunity now for DID to put the pressure on one more time. They're looking for a team fight again, but Blink in driving strike from Mikasa doesn't connect this time round, and instead Myth bravely walks out of battle, quite happily in fact. Away from that, as left in middle lane, they're trying to find a pick. But the only thing they find is an Odin, who rings and doesn't really find anything, unfortunately. That's a wasted ring.
That is a dead Geb, though. Anubis allowing his team to focus him down with the extra bit of shred. Mikasa zoning out the backline. Reborn forced to dash forwards into the fray. Meteor completely off point. Master Lu very low, but he will fall as he's forced to run into the Plague of Locusts. Mikasa falling as well, and suddenly 4 for 0. I'm not going to call it a comeback.
All members are alive right now, as Vulcan is the only one standing against this whole team. They're wanting to push mid lane, but there's no one here. They've got no minions coming to be able to try and do this. A Fire Giant's available. The HP bars aren't that nice and healthy, though. Lonely's hanging around here waiting for the minions to come. That Sentry Ward will find out that ward. Now they're going to look for the Fire Giant. The whole team is here. Only Vulcan
should
in
have
the
enough
area.
damage.
Only Gebby's now back online. Right now, Gebby's back online. They're starting to poke it down. Lonely's tanking this one up. Gonna eat the knockbacks. Lonely's gonna disengage and give aggro to someone else. But here comes Vulcan. What can Vulcan do? Well, he's gonna throw out a meatball. That's gonna cause a few issues. And the ring gets dropped as well.
5-man Fire Giant.
Fire Giant
DB.
goes to DB.
Yo, I would just like to point out that is why you get Hog 3 on your jungler. Thor doesn't need a fist. He has enough CC. Let's be real.
The comeback is available. I mean, they've got 2 tier 2 towers still standing. The enemy team's only got 2 tower advantage over you, and that's down the middle lane. So if you can take those down, this game's all square again. Quet. It's been a long day, I'm sorry.
Rude.
I called you Quet. Why you gotta be so... Yeah. So,
oh, Windu, man.
I can't help it, I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? It's been a long day. We've been casting for, what, 9 hours, 10 hours now?
Oh, man, I can't even do math. Let's see. 8 a.m., 5 p.m., 4, 5, 9. Yeah. 9.5.
Well, this is game 3, boys. One of these teams is going to World. Can you guess which one? If you can guess which one in chat, Cret will love you forever. That's what's going to happen.
No, I won't!
What the blinking's going to happen from DID, followed by the Gebel, but they don't find anything. The Vulcan on the back did hit Lonely, but meanwhile, you did see that Anubis went in, tried for the full combo, immediately got focused and combat blinked out. That was really nice, that combat blink, in all fairness. That was a huge.
It was, but where was Thor? And why did Lonely get hit by the ultimate? I don't know. These are the compelling questions that they answered in the rest of this game.
Answered in the rest of the game. Speedbuff being taken down by Thor right now. The Fire Giant still online for DB. They're looking for the opportunity right now. Chat is starting to filter in with the words of encouragement. DID, DB. There's a few DB favourites here in chat, Cret. Oh, wouldn't you be happy if this was the opportunity they had right now? Well, they do have this opportunity, Cret. It's 30 minutes in. They've got Fire Giant. They've cleaned out their own buffs. And now it's time to aggress.
Yeah, red buff has gone down. And is on Reborn for DB. A Bing on his way back to the middle lane. Does not have combat blink. Just needs one good engage. Anubis can do so much damage if he's able to catch someone out. Wards are your best friend and your, well, worst enemy. Teleporting over is Mikasa. And thing is, he can actually die to Anubis here if he's not careful.
Yeah, he can. I mean, Mikasa's build, though, isn't too bad. I mean, he's working on Hide of the Urchin now. He's got Medjai's online as well, which will block the Mummify. Which means that it's going to be very difficult for Mikasa to really kill him now. Sorry for Mikasa to die to this Anubis. I don't think it's realistic that that could happen now. Just because of the Medjai's.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to deal with. You need to beats reset.
Split push Thor, trying to push down that tower, getting some good poke on that tier 2, forcing Master Lu over. Meanwhile, the rest of the team sieging up mid, trying to poke down this tier 1, but with a Geb and Vulcan on the front line, it's not the easiest thing to try and dive in and finish it off. But what's Goobis up to?
lurking in the jungle. He has been spotted out a fair amount, and part of the reason the DB is not able to push this harder is they're still so far behind in terms of...
Watch the Ymir.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, getting turned around upon that. Anubis just killing Ymir over and over. Definitely worked against him.
But Master Lu's going to get caught a little bit by Thor, but Thor's going to have to take to the sky as Master Lu jumps away. Meanwhile, in mid lane, Vulcan does use his beads. Great driving strike coming out from Mikasa, trying to focus onto the backline as much as possible. Thor's trying to help out and support Anubis, who's going to get dropped by Master Lu on the backside with his autos. Snipes coming down from Lonely, do not find the target correctly there. And on the backside, Odin's still trying to Odin's still trying to get away, should I say. And then Master Lu going deep again with another axe onto Odin. Meanwhile, you can see Hercules chasing onto that last target of DB. That was a Fire Giant team there, Krat. That was a Fire Giant team.
It was a Fire Giant team just completely cut through and now heading over to the Gold Fury. And should be able to drop that one. Giving the Gold Fury over to DID and giving them control of the match yet again.
Bring back... Who is taking another stream? Stream, please. Is the stream down? I think the stream might be down, sir.
On OBS, it's up.
It's up? Are you sure?
I am not dropping frames.
Okay.
Failed to load video. Alright, I'm gonna restart the stream.
And now we're live again.
Oh, yeah, we're good. We did it.
Yeah, we're live again. I'm sorry about that, guys. Kret did not want to bring you the last few minutes of this broadcast for some reason. I'm not sure why. Is DB are in a good position still in this one, and they're potentially on their way to Worlds right now. But here's Mikasa. He's looking to zone them all out. That's a great meatball coming out. Oh my god, this boulder! He threw it over the Ymir wall, and it hits Goobis! The Cataclysm doesn't. The blink is forced. And now they're starting to try and catch people out. Well, Rama and Thor get caught out. Oh, the shockwave. The shockwave catches Myth. Myth's going to live, though, thanks to his ultimate. On the backside, there was nice damage coming out from the Ymir. As Odin blinks in, only cages off 2, but he doesn't really cage off the targets you want to try and burst down. I'll say that much.
Yeah, Reborn in a fair amount of trouble. Driving strike off of the Aegis, keeping himself alive with that extra bit of damage reduction. But DB's just too low. There's only Anubis left up, taking some poke from Master Lu. Magma Bomb through the wall. This tower should go down. And
well, they're tanky enough.
It's just the problem is, if DB recalls, they lose Fire Giant.
The blinking from Ymir is going to throw out the wall, but immediately leapt over by Odin. That's it. Tier 2 tower does go down. Correct. Oh, the laser beams onto Master Lu, who Aegis it, but he's not going to be able to Aegis the Agony Stone. Reborn, make sure Master Lu does not get out of that little situation he got himself into by going in alone. And now DB now have the offense again. They can go for Fire Giant here.
Yeah, but they're down 8,000 gold. Even Fire Giant might not be enough to save them. Rolling away. Retreating is DID. They're going to start the FG. Vagran very much caught out.
He's gone in against 3 alone here, trying to keep them all busy from recalling, allowing his team to do the Fire Giant. Reborn supporting him, but not going to be able to do much, and that should be a dead Vagran there. They're going to leap out, meet a Geb to the face. Meanwhile, on the backside, Ymir's going to manage to find out Reborn, who was supporting him. And now with Thor dunking back down, can they turn this fight once again, DB? They're looking to, the wall comes out, but the blink immediately used there by Vulcan to disengage where he was at. Good beats from Lonely, going to disengage from that, but now the wall from Ymir, they're going to continue a chase once again. The fighting continues, my friend. The fighting continues.
Yeah, and it looks like DB forced to recall there, which maybe gives Fire Giant to DID. They've got 3 tanky people dealing. Yeah, but I mean, even then, there's not that much damage here, right? Like, that's and true. Myth does have a hand 3.
For the hero. Well, they saw him on the back ward. They saw him throw a ward over the wall as well. So they know he's there, and Hercules is going to zone him out. Meanwhile, Geb keeping aggro of this Fire Giant, not really taking much poke.
Oh no!
Access denied, my friend. Access denied. Oh, but the beads to the hammer was going. The blink, the Earthbreaker missed. Mikasa. If you landed that, you were the god of men, and another access denied wall onto that Goobis. Fire Giant was still pulled for that whole duration by Geb. The rest of the team showed up. Fire Giant goes to DID. The snipes do rain. Oh my god, Lonely hit all 3. That was hype.
That was hype, but it's not going to impact the fight too much. Master Lu coming in. I mean, nice cage to slow down DB, I guess. It'll be up soon enough, but for slow down DID, DB has to hold under this Phoenix, and I don't know how they're going to do it.
It's 7,000 experience, 9,000 gold, relatively just under for both of those. In favour of DID right now. The Fire Giant's been on both teams now. This is the second Fire Giant of the game that's gone down, and you can see that DB are trying to push out this left-hand lane. They've got a bit of time, as you can see. DID going to recall back to base here, look to finish off some final items, clear out the buffs, which is exactly what DB did when they had Fire Giant. And then we'll see what they're going to do next to try and push and end this one out. See if they can get a Phoenix down at the least.
They might be able to. I mean, they just got so much frontline. Master Lu starting to really get his damage online. 9, 3, and 5, and almost finishing up his rage. And now
I mean, if Odin can ring off Hercules, Gab, and Ymir, then it should be cleanup crew, right?
Yeah, I mean, DB just needs to kill the backline. They need to kill a Vulcan. They need to kill an Ull, and neither of those targets are that hard to kill.
No, I mean, all they need to do is get Vigran here to deal with the front line, keep them all zoned in, keep them all in combat as well so they can't blink out. And then they should be able to defend this, but we'll find out. There's a two-man siege in mid here. Good wall coming out from Thor just to make sure they can't cut off that option there for him. But Geb's zoning off the approach in. A big leap in from Odin there, actually forcing the Medjais for now. Medjais also burnt on Geb, but with the Fire Giant, they'll regen very, very soon. Nice poke damage coming out from Vulcan. DID continue sieging left.
Vulcan's combat blink coming up in 10 seconds. Anubis has it up. That should be a wrap onto Geb, but it's not for whatever reason. That was weird.
Oh, Earthbreaker doesn't find its way from Mikasa there, but that wall is denied Lonely an exit strategy. But he does immediately roll to the safety behind his creeps. The poke continues. No real sustain coming out from these gods, so I've got to say that I think the most sustain we've seen is Hercules and Isis. We don't see many Ras, we don't see any Aphrodites, no Chang'e. No real healing gods picked up.
And not so much, really. But, you know, and healing gods are so good at sieging right now. They'd be so valuable right now.
That's exactly why I mentioned it, because like this is the point of the game where in Western games, you see the siege of the heals just get dropped down and they all dive in because the heals are regenerating with the Fire Giant too, but not in this comp right now on either side.
Well, it's a 3 and 2 push as Ull is going on the middle. Phoenix. Lonely not finding his autos and now stuck out. We'll have to back off. It's a decent Anubis ult, but he's targeting onto the tanks yet again. We'll find Ymir combat blink away. Myth down in the backline, but he got interrupted somehow. Vulcan and Ull still alive as Vigran goes down spinning, but he's not winning. Mikasa will find the kill onto Myth, and Lonely from the backside. Finds one, finds two. Now it's just the front line. Driving strike to interrupt. Oh, that's another character that's done knockback Hercules.
But can he manage to fight? Can they bring down the man mounted? That is Mikasa, the man, the myth, the legend. Mikasa's just going to walk away from them. The shield comes up for him as well. Going to eat a mummify, but driving strike back into them. He's looking for the kill. Going to find it. 3v1. Well, 3v2 technically. But Geb's going to roll out trade in his place. Mikasa does fall. Raid boss down. Raid boss down. As is DB's middle Phoenix.
Now DID and DB 10,000 gold apart, and DB just seems to be slowly losing this game. It's not even a vice grip, it's just every fight they come out slightly further behind. They are approaching full build though, so eventually the gold and experience won't matter. It's just support levels right now. Oh, actually, that's odd. So Jungle Ymir, level 17. Support Geb, level 20. Usually it's the other way around, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Ymir's just fallen off on the farming routine more than anything. He's been trying to make the big plays for his team. Time again. It's worked, though.
It's also been getting caught by Anubis a lot.
Well, when you get an Anubis laser beam to the face and you don't have beads, there's not a whole lot you can really do. I mean, it's like, well, I'll be in base respawning again, guys. It's 40 minutes in. The good news is I'm only level 17, so I'll respawn quicker than you all. Haha! And that's what he's abusing right now.
It is just really starting to get away from DB. Mikasa teleporting in onto the Fire Giant. It does respawn 1 FG to 1. The gold difference is mostly Gold Furies
this
right now.
This fight's important now. Thor's gonna ult. This is a good ult from Thor. Gonna look for it. The disengage coming out from DID for the most part. Thor keeps aggro though. The Frost doesn't connect. The laser beam does though on the backside onto Yimei, who's going to get out of the max range of it. So that laser beam doesn't really do anything. Driving strike comes out from Mikasa, and that does great work as Master Lu does find Myth on the backside of that one. The fight crazy going on throughout the jungle, and the snipes coming down. Master Lu does bring down yet another target for a double kill. He's now trading with the Odin. Will he find the triple? Master Lu's looking for it. He's going to find a triple there. The backside of that, Mikasa does find Lonely, and that's only one member left. It's Agni. The axe does not land. The Aegis was used defensively more than anything else. But now it's just Reborn versus the world. Can he do a Bacchus impersonation?
No, he can't. He will die.
That was a delayed quadra kill for Master Lu there, just so you all know.
And they're just going to head down and start attacking the Titan. The turret has been dropped. The turret has been destroyed, but the Titan will drop as well in due time. DB, the clear favorites going into the LAN event, eliminated by DID in the losers finals, eliminated by OMGA and sent down there, and it just... Man, DID, they made it. They're going to Worlds.
DID are indeed going to the World Championships. They will be joined by OMGA, who are the upper bracket winners. We don't have a replay of them to bring to you guys, but this was the most important game from China that we could get you guys to bring to you live on the broadcast. And what else we got to say, really, Krat? I mean,
I don't know. I don't even have an asset. This is just a black screen.
Goobis. He worked, actually. I'm going to just say this. He did really well against Yimei. Just not against the Herc at the start.
Honestly, in part, I'd say that's why the Anubis is so highly thought of in China, because they like those tanks, and Anubis kills tanks until they get Magi's, and then
tanks don't really build beads. They normally rely on Magi's later on, and if you can burn it, then you can burn through a tank. But guys, that is going to be the end of it for the Chinese SWC qualifier rebroadcast from myself and Krat. Any last words, Krat?
Well, it's been a long day. We did it, Hindu man. Thanks for coming out, chat.
We made it.
Thanks to you for keeping me company.
Anytime,
thanks to myself for keeping me company, and thanks to production for doing production things. I've been
Good job, production.
My boy's been Hindu man, and we'll see you next time.
Cheerio.